Okay, I'm going to rock for
Just rock 'em.
a little bit. I'm gathering a lot of information while I do the rocking. It helps me feel how much movement there is in the spine. So it's relaxing for them, but it's really informative for me. Okay, I'm not stalling anymore. So let's stretch in the low back. And personally, what I love to do is to hook my lower hand into the top of their sacrum, so that gives me an anchor. So then when I push up with the other hand, I'm stretching the fascia, as any fasciist would. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to move to a spinal flush. And I would just like to take this opportunity to say that I feel like it's really valuable in the spinal flush to be sure that you're pushing in and then your pressure is going up and down, head to feet, not in and out. I see a lot of in and out, and I think it's a really different effect, has a really different effect. Like, you know, back, up and down is not the way you want to be moving, but towards the head and feet.
I like your shoes.
I love these shoes.
Thank you so much.
Before I sweep down, I'm going to give her shoulders a good, strong squeeze, too. And do one of the nice, strong crossover pulls from the shoulder to the hip. Can I take your shoes off, hon? Can I take your shoes off?
Yeah.
And just because they're here, I'm just giving a real quick little squeeze on her gates. I learned from the best.
Payback is hell, Donna.
I love you, Donna. I love you. You're going to thank me when I'm done. Okay. Few quick figure eights on the back. And then get out your human spatula and flip them over. Okay, you ready? Going straight for the hookup.
Janie, I'm going to cry. Thank you. I didn't realize until right when I said it that I needed it. Thank you.
I'm very happy to do it.
But a great teacher, you explain it really well.
All right, for all of those that have just turned over, you're in the hookup now. You've gone straight to the hookup.
I just also want to remind you as practitioner that this is a really good opportunity. I know how hard it is to be on the floor and to doing the chairs, but you're conveying your energy to them while you're doing this. So if you're doing this and you're holding your breath and your shoulders are crunched up and you're in a weird position, that's what they're going to get. If you're standing next to a chair, if you spread your stance and lower your body, you won't have to do the crunch over thing as bad. All right. And I'm just going to trace up that central a couple of times before I go on to a belt flow. Oh, let's do a little squeezy, squeezy. You should come let me work on you when you come back in December.
You know what I'd like you to tell Joseph? It's my birthday. Put something to my shoulders. And I had a session with him probably 2 years ago. It was not only great, it was incredible information that I hadn't been tuning in to notice. And it really changed something. Because these last 2 years have been my toughest. Except for the first one, and now these last 2.
Except for the ones in between there. Yeah. I'm also going to give her neurolymphatics on the side of her legs a little.
Did I mention payback, Donna?
I won't do
Large
the inside
intestine
ones,
neurolymphatics,
okay?
large intestine on the outside of the legs.
I remember at the very first 5-day I went to in Jupiter Beach, which I think might have been the very first 5-day ever, I was rooming with my dear friend Teresa Giacomini, and Teresa was the guinea pig. And when we were in our room later on, and she was getting in her pajamas, she looked down and she had these thumbprints all up and down the inside of her thighs. And we're still here, 12 years later. Okay, I'm going to come and do a little bit of a crown pull. How much can I mess up your hair? Shall I be? I can? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and flatten out her face a little bit. This is what I call the butterfly.
Oh, that's so, oh, God, that's great. Oh, it went right into a butterfly.
I really like to be sure to pull the ears out when you do a crown pull, because the triple warmer hugs right up there behind the ear. So if you pull the ears out, you're helping to make space for energy to move in there too. I don't know what I'm doing to your hair here. And now I'm tucking underneath. I've got my fingers meeting in the PowerPoint. I'm going to push in and then pull out laterally towards the ear. Maybe a few little wiggles along the way. Actually, while I have the opportunity, there's something else I want to say that I find so important. When we do crown pulls, we're pulling all that energy down and kind of almost like depositing it into triple warmer. So I always, always, always pull it off the ears or down behind the ears, because if you're just doing a crown pull and you're pulling it and stopping right above the ears, you're just dumping all of that congestion right into triple warmer.
Oh, that's good. Wow. This is so good.
Okay, now that that occiput's open, now I'm going to plug into those electric points for just a minute. And the way that I'm going to be holding the neurovasculars is this, with one hand underneath the head. Oh my gosh, my hands are so hot. and the other hand on the main, oh my goddess points. And I'm going to switch and put one hand at the top baby soft spot and the other hand on the heart chakra. And I'm going to finish this off with my version of 9 hearts. And in my head, I don't always say this out loud, but in my head, when I do the 1 heart on the face, I think about thoughts. I mean, those are thoughts. So thoughts, feelings, actions. I do a 3rd heart around the pelvis, and I end about at kidney 10. And then I'll go back again, and I'll connect their thoughts with their feelings, with their actions.
That's nice.
And then I'm going to pull that all the way down. And if you can, in your position, if you can put a little traction by pulling on the heels. And then if you can, in the position that you're in, if you can do a kidney wave. That's my, I like to get the fingers between the toes. And then hold K1 for a moment or two. And finish them off with some figure eights. Actually, you know, the final thing that I always do is I trace up central, and there's a figure eight happening at the crown chakra. And I don't know, my hands just started doing that some time ago.